So it's been a while, guys. This video has been something that I wanted to make for a long time, but because I was sick for so long, I wasn't able to do much of anything. But I'm finally getting better and ready to start doing videos again. So if you guys haven't heard yet, there's a new Dragon Ball Z game coming out. This game's called Budokai, and it's still in early development and isn't complete yet, but it's inspired by Xeno Online, which, as you guys should know by now, is what started my channel, which is why my name is Xenogilly. Also inspired by DBOG and Deepwoken. More good news is that this game is now being worked on by the same devs that were working on Z Era, but Budokai has access to all assets from Z Era, so whatever Excel Studios wants to use, they're able to use, which really brings high hopes for this game. Now, if that wasn't enough to get you guys hyped for this new Dragon Ball game, there's also so many different races you can spawn in as. Before we get into races though, I forgot to mention that Excel Studios Discord link and game link will all be in the description down below. Now, it's still in testing stages, so you won't have access to the game yet, but when the game does officially drop, it'll be paid access. It won't be more than 150 Robux, so it's an affordable game to play. Because I know you guys all got Robux for Christmas, so save at least 150 Robux if you haven't spent them already. And if anything, you guys should already know that I'm gonna be doing a giveaway for this game when it comes out. Now, for races in this game, there are so many you can spawn in as. Now, obviously I'm a Saiyan because there are so many cool races on here, but I'm always loyal to Saiyans. My main is always a Saiyan in every Dragon Ball game I play, and I really appreciate Bane for setting me up as a Saiyan. So he is honestly one of the best developers and owners I've ever had the pleasure of working with. I really feel like we started to become good friends, and he put so much hard work into this game, it really shows. Because the difference in this game from before I was sick to now, it honestly blows my mind just to think about how much work he's done in such a short amount of time. He works really fast and has a lot of amazing ideas as well. Now, these blinking animations were done by Axel, which are awesome, by the way. Really brings the characters to life. But we got the Earthlings right here, who has a mixture of Trunks and Yamcha style clothes. Then we got these drippy Namekians. Honestly, the clothes alone are good, but the overall design is good in my opinion as well. Then you can't forget about the Jinago race, of course. The outline on the Jinago race really makes them pop, and it gives them a really clean design. And then here you have a race that you don't see too often in a lot of Dragon Ball games, the Bio Android. Overall, just really well done. Now, these models are likely to change by release, because I do believe they already have changed a bit, but these are the newest clips I could find. And now he also added something I'm not really big on, because Namekians are a race of males, but this is his game and it doesn't hurt to have an imagination. And I'm talking about female Namekians, because honestly it doesn't bother me. It's a really well designed character and a good take on a female Namekian as well. Then there's also a female Jinago, which you also don't see often in Dragon Ball games, so it's really cool to see that these character designs for female characters. Now that we are past most of the races that I could show you for now let's get into training. There's two things you can currently train besides your BP. That's going to be meditation and calisthenics. Now, calisthenics is going to raise your physical damage when you use it. There's a mini game you play in order to raise the stat. Now, there's a cap which is based off of your max BP, so you can get soft capped if your BP isn't high enough. And all you need to do when you get to this cap is train more by fighting your shadow, NPCs, or even sparring other players in game. Then the other thing is you can train by using the meditation mini game, which raises your ki balance. I really enjoy the animation because it really brings me back to the days of seeing Piccolo meditating. Just a really well designed animation for meditation. This also has the same caps as the other things that you train, so when you reach this cap you need to raise your BP as well. Now, every planet's going to have an area with Frieza soldiers. These are important because you need to fight them in order to get a space pod, because they drop a gear which you use for a quest to get the space pod. At the time of this recording, it's currently broken for me, but when the game is officially out, don't expect bugs like that, because this game has only been in development for a little over more than 2 months now. As for combat, it's still raw. The comment isn't bad right now, it's just a start though. This is not anywhere near complete yet, but already has some pretty good animations, but will definitely have a lot more work in the future. It's just right now fighting NPCs is kind of boring, but I'm not sure if it'll get better when you guys get to play the game, because like I said before, the owner puts a lot of hard work into this game, and little things like that are easy to improve on. Now, the resting animation is really cool. In this game, it literally shows Z's coming out of your head, which I really enjoy, and your eyes stay shut like you're actually sleeping. Now, this video is probably the longest I've ever made, but there is so much I want to talk talk about that it makes it worth it. And the next thing is one of my favorite things in the game. The weighted clothes, not only does it do an animation for putting the weights on, but it even does an animation when you take them off and throw them away. It even has smoke that comes out from the animation from dropping so much weight. This is the one that you get from King Kai, by the way. There's also a turtle hermit shell from Master Roshi, but I'll showcase that later on when I actually get to Earth myself. Now I'm gonna showcase off some moves. This one's Destructo Disc. It goes off to the side when you throw it, which is a pretty cool animation. I don't know how the hitbox is, like if it auto locks or has aimbot, but I guess I'll figure it out when I get Destructo Disc. Then there's a pretty cool Kamehameha design. Now it's just a basic Kamehameha, but the animation is one of my favorite moves. There's also another move called Light Grenade, which is my favorite move that he's made so far. I'll showcase that another time just because I deleted it on accident and I don't want to recut the video. Then there's Super Saiyan 3 in this game because I know Xeno left it out after the last update they made. We also talked about it, and Super Saiyan 4 is going to be in the game eventually as well, because we can all agree that that's the only good thing from GT. Now he's not a fan of the Super Saiyan God and Super Saiyan Blue. I mean, I honestly think it's a good design. It just makes it more simple, but I know most people don't like it just because it's pretty much Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan 2 with different hair colors, but I like it because it's canon and I'm a big canon nerd for some reason. For the last thing I'm going to talk about, and the reason I'm glad this video took so long to make, is I gotta show this new feature off because I waited. He just added into the game living NPCs. Now it's nothing like Red Dead Redemption crazy because this is Roblox, but this is still amazing that these ones are on Namek. They walk around as if they're living, and if you aren't a Namekian, they even ask what you are. We also talked about adding a Team 4-star reference, which I love so much, which he agreed to do for humans, and they'll say, oh, one survived when they see humans, which is a reference to an albino Namekian, like they thought Krillin was when he was on Namek. A really cool thing also is on all planets, when they finally get NPCs, if you attack one of them, the whole village will actually jump you, so being a villain will feel more real when a whole village attacks you just because you attack someone else. Now I really enjoyed making this video, and I'm glad my first video back was on this game of all games. And if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash that like button, comment any questions you guys may have down below, and most importantly, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit that bell notification as well. It'll inform you guys when I make videos like these, and you guys will be the first to know when I drop them. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next one.